find some soap that smells of flowers rather than disinfectant. I find some clean face washes and a tub of warm water, and I take it to Lisa Green's bedside. Mrs. Green looks from her daughter to the props I have assembled, and I can see her mind grappling with how something as simple as a bath has now become so difficult. There are tubes and machines and a broken body to navigate. I pull back the sheets that shroud her daughter. I squeeze some soap into the tub of water and wet the face washer. It'll be easier if we start with her feet, I suggest, knowing that, of all pieces of the body, the feet, being the furthest from the face and the head, are the most depersonalized. There are no tubes to contend with either. I rub the washer over the top of Lisa's foot, through her toes, around her heel. Mrs. Green takes the other washer and copies my actions. We do not talk as we wash, as our hands and our cloths stroke the scar on Lisa's knee from a childhood accident on a bike, perhaps, the line of her thigh where the skin changes from tan to white, the circle of freckles on the back of her right hand. Then her body is clean, and there is just her face left to wash, a face that 10 minutes ago seemed masked by tape and hidden beneath tubes that snake from mouth to machine. But in the act of washing, those things have receded. I put the soap down. I'll leave you to wash her face. Thank you. Mrs. Green smiles at me, and I smile back. As soon as I open the door at home, I hear 2 voices calling out, "Mama!" Addie runs to me on legs that look like 2 threads dropping from her hips to the floor. Rosie waddles behind like a plump duck, and I think, as I always do, how much Addie, at 3 years old, looks like Rosie's twin. It is not just because they both have reddish blonde hair and blue eyes. It is because Addie is almost the same size as her 18-month-old sister. In fact, they weigh the same. Addie is taller, but this is negated by the layer of fat that should sit between her bones and her skin, but doesn't. Hi, babies. I bend down and they cuddle against me, one on each side, tucked in close. I kiss their cheeks. What did you do today?
I painted a flower for you,
says Addie, and on hearing the word, Rosie points to the kitchen and runs off, looking back to make sure I'm following her, to show me her work of art. It's beautiful, I say, as I look at one piece of paper that is covered with bold slashes of paint in every colour, converging in the centre to a muddy blob of brown, and another paper featuring a lopsided chain of pink semicircles propped up by a green stem. Hi, Julie. I smile at the girl's nanny, who is putting away smocks and brushes. Hi, Camille, Julie says. I've made some chicken and salad for their dinner. Everyone's been good today. Nice big sleeps, no problems. Great. I pick up the paintings and turn back to the girls. Let's put these on the whiteboard.
Mine first,
shouts Addie, galloping into the playroom.
Vivi!
Shrieks Rosie, using her baby babble version of her name, not wanting to always come second at everything. I hang both pictures at the same time to avoid the fight that will otherwise occur, pay Julie, go to the toilet with my 2 shadows, one of whom passes me the toilet paper, the other of whom helps me with my knickers, get changed, and then Rosie begins to say, "Yum, yum, yum." Let's get some dinner, shall we? And I pick up Rosie and hold Addie's hand as we make our way back to the kitchen and find the food Julie has made. It's all chopped up and set out on plates, and I send Julie a text to say thank you, blessing the fact that for 2 days a week, I do not have to cook.
Is Daddy coming home?
Addie asks. No, love, he'll be late tonight. I try to remember if Paul has a dinner or a meeting, but can't. And it doesn't matter anyway, because the outcome is the same for me. Work from 7 in the morning until 5 in the evening, home in time to feed the girls their dinner and give Addie her vitamins, to bathe them, read to them and put them to bed, then do a load of washing, fold the clothes from the last night's load, tidy the kitchen, and try to stay awake while I catch up on reading from work. At some stage, Paul will come home, reheat his dinner in the microwave, and eat while watching CNN. He will put his plate on the kitchen bench, not in the dishwasher, and then he will come upstairs, say, "Hello, how was your day?" before getting back in his car and driving to the pool to swim 1 kilometre. When he returns, I will be asleep, and he will creep into bed beside me, husband and wife, alone together for the first time all day, too tired to care. In the morning, I will wake first and stare at him, wondering when I stopped loving.